Hey, welcome to Destiny Connect. We are honored to have you with us tonight. My name is Chad Blancett. This is my wife, Tasha. We are the lead pastors here at Destiny. Tasha and I, we have 4 kids, Mariah, Makai, Maddox, and Malik. We also have one grandson. His name is Micah. Tasha and I, along with Pastor Jason Rochelle, who are our executive pastors here at Destiny, we started this church in 2006. And what we want to do with Destiny Connect is we just kind of want to tell you a little bit about who we are as a couple and who we are as a church. We want to be able to help you answer some questions. And then after tonight, if you have some, let us know or let any of our staff know. Tasha and I, we are both pastors' kids. I was raised in the Assemblies of God. She was raised Pentecostal Church of God. And now one thing we do want you to know is we were very intentional from the beginning. We did not want Destiny Church to be a denominational church, so we are a non-denominational church. Yeah. I am 5th generation preacher on one side, 3rd on the other. Tasha is also a pastor's kid. And so the last thing really either of us wanted to do was be in ministry. But at 19 years old for me, that's when I really felt the Lord tell me, hey, this is what I want you to do for the rest of your life. And so fast forward now 5 or 6 years, Tasha and I find ourselves in Festus, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. We're on staff at her parents' church, and the Lord starts dealing with my heart probably 2004 that we're supposed to plant the church. I remember I talked to Tasha about it. She's like, man, I just don't know if we're ready. So we just kind of waited. But 2005, we're at Bob Evans with her dad. And he's like, have you guys ever thought about planting a church? In the moment, I was a little bit offended because I was like, is he wanting to kick us out? But that's when we really started processing through, hey, we're supposed to plant this church. I think we both accepted that, and we said yes. And that leads us to 2005.
Yeah, we packed up our bags and moved here to Republic, and that, that's a whole story within itself, because we really thought we were going to do more Springfield, but we really felt like God called us to Republic. And when we got here, we started building a team, and we actually started meeting in a house, and that was where we had church for several months. And I remember Jason being on the keys, and man, it was in those moments of that house where, like, we worshiped, we prayed, you spoke. I had kids' church with like the 5 kids maybe that we had. But those were probably some of my most favorite times. They were very intimate. But there was a lot of vision casting, but man, there was a lot of dreams. Man, we had a lot of dreams in that place. And so from there, I remember we launched our very first church service in 2006. I believe it was May of 2006. And we met in the early childhood building, which is now called Sweeney Elementary. And I remember that first Sunday, man, we were so excited that somebody showed up to our church service. And I believe we had like 50 people in attendance, and our entire team, we were like the friendliest church you have ever seen. Somebody walked in the door and we were like, we're so glad you're here. So super, super fun day, but pretty exciting to see where God took us. From the elementary building, we ended up at the Republic Community Center. And I believe we had around 92 services where we would set up and tear down, and that was what we did church. And our church was actually our black Durango, and we pulled a white trailer, and we packed that trailer out with all the stuff that we could, and we would unload it every Sunday, and that's how we started our church.
I remember cold mornings, hot afternoons. I remember one Sunday, it was so cold I forgot my gloves, and we were at the community center. I got pot holders out of the kitchen just to be able to carry stuff in the building. So we did that. We sacrificed for you guys. But man, Tasha, you talk about the beginning. So those are some of my most treasured memories of Destiny Church. The dreaming. But even as you were talking, I remember that first Sunday standing in the early childhood, I think it was their band or music room, and I was looking out the blinds to see if anybody was pulling into the parking lot. And I remember like 10, 12 cars pulled in at once, and I was like, wow, it was for a Boy Scout thing. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but as you were talking, I remember that. But I mean, there was some good memories of all that God, did with us and through us, and some memories I'll cherish for the rest of my life. But 2008, we move into this building, and We walked through remodel after remodel. This building
Yes.
looked very different than it does now.
Yep.
It was not designed to be a church, but I think we've done a pretty good job. But I'm pretty sure we've gone through 150 remodels as we've knocked out walls, put walls back, removed stairs, removed carpet, and tried to make it
layers and layers of paint on
yeah,
those walls.
layers of paint, you know. But in 2008, we moved here. We started renting it in 2008. 2011, we had the opportunity to buy it, and so we bought this building.
Yeah.
And then at the end of 2011, 2012, Pastor Jason and I, we actually took our first trip overseas. And I remember when we planted the church, the one of the things that the Lord told us is that we couldn't just be a church about, you know, ourselves.
Yeah, our four walls.
And, you know, so 2011, 2012, we took our first missions trip to Zimbabwe, and we helped them. And I remember when we got on the ground, we just knew that this was a place that God had for us. And so we helped launch a campus there that has since then launched multiple campuses. We've got multiple places we've launched, helped to launch in Zimbabwe. We've helped launch campuses in multiple cities here in America that we have funded them, helped them, and now they're thriving on their own. And that's still part of our desire to help other churches get off the ground. And I think we're still doing that here at Destiny Church. 2021, we purchased a piece of land, you know. We moved here 2008, 2011, we bought it. We dreamed of having our own place for a long time. You guys know it, this place is out of room, there's no parking.
Yeah.
So in 2021, we bought a piece of land, 20 acres right here in Republic, about a mile from this location. And we paid cash for that. We don't have any debt on that. And now we're in the dreaming phase of what it's going to look like to put a brand new building on that. We have some plans and some ideas and some tentative dates that we want to launch some things. But you know, we're moving along, but that's a quick history of Destiny Church, right? 2006 to 2024, we're 18 years old. In 18 years, we've had a lot of things happen. Yeah. We've had some really good days.
Yeah.
We've had some really bad days, some days where you had to keep me from quitting, days where I had to keep you from quitting, and days we both just quit together, you know. But we've had good days, we've had bad days. But through it all, God's been faithful and He's been with us. And we really do think the Lord is moving in a powerful way. But you know, in our 18 years, people have asked us, what made you successful? What caused God to bless your church? Yeah. I think if we go back to 2009, 2008, 2009, economy is crashing really in America a little bit. And that was when the Lord started talking to us about not only serving across the seas, but serving in our own town. Yeah. And we launched something, I can't remember if it was Operation Backpack First or Servolution, but we had no money as a church. Yeah. Very little staff, but we said, man, let's invest our money into our community. Yeah. And I think if we could trace one thing back to what has made Destiny Church successful, it's that we're going to serve our community, we're going to serve across seas, and we're going to love people. Yeah. So no matter what comes Destiny Church's way, we're never going to stop doing that. And that's probably the thing I'm most thankful for that we do as a church.
Yeah, our outreaches for sure have, they've blessed me. I know they've blessed several people. You know, I think about even our parking lot here. Sometimes it's so frustrating that it's hard to find a parking spot on a Sunday, but man, I do think about all the different outreaches that we've done on that parking lot and how many people have come to the church because we were the hands and feet of Jesus on that parking lot. And so I do really think of that, and I'm thankful for those times as well. And we continue to do several outreaches. But you know, Destiny Connect is, we're trying to kind of wrap this up a little bit. We're so thankful that you guys are with us today. And even just kind of hearing just a small, brief part of our story, you're part of that story. Yeah. And those of you that are maybe new and kind of just wondering and thinking if Destiny Church is for you, just know we want you to be a part of our family. We want you to be a part of what God's doing here. And I know that your tables that you have, we have staff that is here, we have leaders that are here. And if you have any questions at all, please talk to one of us, ask one of them. We are here to answer any questions that you have. But truly know that we are honored that you're with us, and we want you to be a part of the Destiny Church family. Thanks, guys.
God bless.